Hi class, today we're going to be going over adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing integers. So make sure you have your notebook or tablet to take some notes so we know what to look back on just in case we need. First, we're going to be going over adding integers. Method 1, use a number line. So we know from our previous work that this is what our number line consists of. We can make it as long as we want or as short as we want. Today we have 0 to 10, positive to your right, 0 to 10, negative to your left. To add a negative integer, move to the left because this is negative. To add a positive integer, move to your right because that is your positive side. So we're looking at a negative 4 plus 9. So when you go into your number line, you're going to be negative 4. We are going to be moving to our right because it is a positive 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we landed on a positive 5. So negative 4 plus 9 is a positive 5. Our next one is a negative 3 plus a negative 2. I have our 2 in parentheses just so not to confuse us with our signs. So we're going to be starting on our left side. Negative 3. We're also going to be going to our left side because it is a negative 2. 1, 2. We landed on a negative 5. So negative 3 plus negative 2 is a negative 5. Look at our next problem. 4 plus negative 7. You're going to start on your right side, 4, and you're going to be moving left because it is negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We landed on negative 3. So 4 plus negative 7 is a negative 3. And that was our method 1. Our method 2, we don't want to look at the answers there yet. Give us a few minutes to think about the problems. Method 2 is absolute value. Same sign, add the absolute values and use the common sign. Okay, so let's look at the problem and see what that means. We have a negative 8 plus a negative 10. They are the same signs, so we're going to use the common sign. The negative is the common sign. So negative 8 plus negative 10 is an 18 negative, so negative 18. Looking over here, we just have a 5 plus 10, both positive. We know our answer is definitely going to be what? Positive, because it's a common sign, okay? 5 plus 10 is definitely going to be 15 positive because they're both positives. Looking over at negative 2 plus negative 3, that's definitely going to be our negative 5 because they're both negative. Okay. Looking at our different signs, subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value. Use the same sign as the number with the larger absolute value. So looking at our negative 5 plus 10. 10 is definitely our larger number in this problem, so our problem is definitely going to be a positive. So we have a positive 5. Negative 5 plus 10 is 5. Why? Because 10 is a positive, or 10 is our larger number and it's positive. So we're going to use a positive sign. Negative 9 plus 3. Our 9 is our larger number and it's negative. So we know our answer is for sure going to be a negative. So we have a negative 6 because why? 9 is a larger number and it's negative. 5 plus negative 5 doesn't exactly matter because what? It cancels it out and it's a 0. Because 5 plus negative 5, it's a 0. You run out of numbers. Alright, and that was our second method. Now we're moving on to subtracting integers. Let's put our little things there so we can go over what each problem is going to be. To subtract an integer, add its opposite. Okay, when you're looking right now at it, we have an 8 take away 12. Okay, that looks a little confusing, right? But now this looks kind of more what we've been doing. So what we do is when these problems, when subtracting integers, we kind of make it look like we're adding them at the same time, okay? Because it's exactly the same thing. So we have our 8, and we're going to put a positive sign, and we're going to put our parentheses around our negative 12. Okay, so then it kind of looks like what we were just doing. Our 8 plus negative 12. So 12 is the bigger number, so we know it's definitely going to be negative, right? So we have our negative 4. Looking right here, we have a negative 7 and then a negative 4. So we'll just kind of put our plus sign in the middle. We have a negative 7 plus a negative 4. Same sign. Negative 11. Okay. We have a 5 and a negative and a negative. Okay, so 5 take away negative 6, that's going to turn into a positive, right? Negative times a negative is a positive. So 5 plus 6, we have a positive number 11. Here's our number line, just so you could always put a number line so you know that you could do your problem that way as well. Multiplying integers. Okay, so we got a little bit of different rules going on here. Same sign is always going to be a positive. 5 times 4, that's going to be, they're both same signs, they're going to be positive. So we have a positive 20. Negative 5 times negative 4 is going to be a positive 20 as well, because they're both the same size, always going to be a positive. Different signs, negative. Okay. Different signs, always negative. 5 times negative 4, it's going to be a negative answer. Negative 5 times 4, either way you read it, both negative 20s. Okay. And again, any integer and 0 is going to be a negative 5 times 0 is going to be a 0. 4 times 0 is going to be a 0. And those are our rules for multiplying integers. And our last one for today is going to be dividing integers. Same sign, positive. Same thing as multiplying. So 10 divided by 5, our answer is going to be 2. Positive because they're the same signs. Negative 10 divided by negative 5, positive 2 because they're the same signs. Different signs, negative. Negative 10, or I'm sorry, positive 10 divided by negative 2. We're looking at negative 5 because they're different signs. Negative 10 divided by 2, still because they're different signs, it's going to be a negative 5. Any integer in 0, it's going to be 0. So 6 or 0 divided by 6 is going to be 0. Alright class, so we went over a bunch of kind of different things today. I know we kind of crammed it all into one. If we have any questions over any of the stuff that we went over today, just make sure you ask me in the morning class. But this is the rest for today, and have a great evening.